Hi children. Now our discussing topic is separating methods of mixtures. Okay. Already we learned two types of mixtures. What are those? Heterogeneous and homogeneous mixtures. If there are any mixtures in our surroundings, we have to separate it. Suppose you want only one constituent only among that, then you have to separate from the mixture, then you have to use it. And understand, that's why now we have to know about the separating methods. Here you have to clear that which method is used to which separation. Okay, that means if there are solid and solid mixture, you have to use one method. If there is liquid and solid in that mixture, you have to use another method. That means you have to know which method is suitable for the separation of that mixture, students. Okay, that's why you listen carefully, learn it. Okay, now you come to what is your topic? Separation of separating methods of mixtures. Okay, see, I am writing here some methods, separating methods of mixtures. Okay, first you see hand picking. Hand picking. Okay, already you know about this hand picking. Winnowing. Winnowing is another method. And saving. Okay, saving is another method. And threshing. Okay, these are all methods we are using in harvesting. Okay, in farmers they are using these methods. And the next one is very simply sedimentation. Sedimentation process and decantation process. Sedimentation, decantation and evaporation. Okay, now come to by using separating funnel. Separating funnel, we can separate some mixtures in our daily life. And sublimation. Okay, sublimation is the another process to separate the mixtures. And chromatography. Okay, and filtration. Okay, yeah, I am writing filtration here only because very simple method, no? Filtration. And distillation. Distillation is another process. It is used to separate the miscible and immiscible solutions. Already we know that what is meant by miscible and what is meant by immiscible definition. And that one mixtures. And fractional distillation. Fractional distillation. Okay, and here evaporation, here only you can take crystallization also. Crystallization also you can take here. And magnetic separation method. Magnetic separation method. These like so many methods are there, not this one only. Many methods are there. We are discussing about it one by one. Okay. Now you come to hand picking. Okay, hand picking means everyday life you are using. Your mother using this hand picking. Suppose any stones are adding is there in your rice, you can separate by using the hand only. That is only called the hand picking. You throw out the stones from the rice. Okay, that is the hand picking. Okay, every day you are using, your mother also doing that only. And winnowing. Winnowing means you have to grain, if there is any husk in grains. Okay, that is harvesting only, there maybe there. Okay, is there any husk in the grains, amma? Then you have to that you have to allow to fall from certain height, then husk will be float. Okay, remains the grains, amma. That is the winnowing. Okay, already we learnt in 7th class. And saving. Saving process is which is used to save. Suppose if there are that means size you have to take, smaller size grains and bigger size grains are mixing. Okay, then by using the save, this is called the save. No, by using the save only we can separate those. Okay, mainly these are used to separate bigger size, the larger size seeds, because that is only you are used to plantation, because it gives good products. No, that's why when that two are adding in the crops, that means smaller size and bigger size will be adding, no, in some grains like green grams and black grams. So we are taking, no. Then for separating the bigger ones in the smaller ones, we are using save. That what happened, which are in smaller size, those will be falls down and remains there bigger ones. So we can use as a seeds for plantation. We know that. That is the saving. Okay, which is used in our daily life only. And next one is the threshing. Threshing means use what is that? Stalks. You take the stalks, means grains are attached to that what is that grass, no. Okay, we have to hit against the stone. Against the stone, then what happen, that grains will be come out from the stalks. That is a good example for the threshing. Okay, when you have to hit opposite to the stone. Okay, that is the threshing. And this one is the sedimentation. Sedimentation means, if you know that unfortunately in your home adding sugar and what is that sand. Suppose unfortunately that two will be mixed in your home. That means not much sand, some less sand only. Suppose you falls the sugar at your home, some less amount of sand will be added to that. No, we know that. You have to separate it. Then what you are doing, you are adding some water. Then what happens, this sugar will be dissolved in that water. Then we can separate that liquid from the solution. Yes or no? That means one must be dissolved in one solvent. Then only we can separate. Sand will be remains there as a residue. Okay, do you understand this one? Okay, if they unfortunately maybe the two are mixing in your home, sugar and sand, we can add water. Okay, we can sugar will be dissolved in that water, we can separate it. Okay, this like method is called the sedimentation method. Then decantation. If both are same, only same, many children thinking these both are same. Not. Okay, decantation is one solid particle, that means undissolved solid particle is there in any mixture. Then we have to keep some time without disturbance. Then what happens, that heavier solute particles will settle down. After some time we can separate the which is floating on the undissolved substance. Okay, do you understand? That is the decantation. Suppose you take the sand and water. Sand and water. Then how can you separate these two? Okay, you have to keep some time without disturbance. Then sand will be settled down and water will be float. You can separate easily. Okay, this method is called the decantation. This method is called the sedimentation. That means one should be among these two, one should be dissolved in another one. Then you have to add that solvent. One will be dissolved in it. You can separate it. Okay, that's it. That is. Now evaporation or crystallization is clear. evaporation or crystallization. Okay, now evaporation means, you see in the name only there, evaporation. Evaporation means here you know very clearly that salt from the seawater. Okay, how can where we'll use this evaporation process or crystallization process? Both are small difference is there. After you will end the differentiation, now you think both are equal. Now you take the sea water. Okay, you have to keep some time under the sunlight. Then what happened? The water which is present in the sea water, it will be evaporate, remains there salt as a crystals. Okay, that's why it may be called as crystallization or evaporation. Both words also you may be used for it. Okay, otherwise you take the sugar water. Okay, sugar water which is taken from the sugar canes. Okay, then you are you have to heat it, then water will be evaporates, remains there crystals. Keep it properly and evaporates. Okay, then now you come to, this is the evaporation, but you have to write in your examination. There is one process for that, I will tell you. Again you come to filtration. Filtration process. What is filtration? Every day you are doing this filtration only in the morning. Yeah, suppose if you are drinking tea, okay, you have to use tea leaves or coffee leaves. You are adding to water. No, we know that. We have to separate after boiling it. Yes or no? Then you have to boil it. When you are completed boiling, then you have to separate tea leaves or coffee leaves from the liquid. Then you are using filter apparatus is there, no, that one, and you maybe use filter paper in laboratories to filtration. Okay, we can separate like that in filtration process. Okay, do you understand? These are the normal process. That's why I explaining you like this. Now, but when you are in 9th class, you have to write in every examinations. That's why I clearly explaining remaining all methods which are using in our daily life. Up to here already you learnt in 7th class. Okay, now you come to remaining process. First one is the evaporation. Evaporation process. Okay, I am telling now, before I told you already that is general process. Now I am telling you, you have to write in your examination now. That's why you have to write as your process. Okay, that's why I am telling you in experimentally how to write. Okay, for this what you have to take? You take one bowl. Okay, you take in this bowl ink water, ink which is used in our refills. We know that. You take ink. Okay, and you take one stove. Okay, ink water is there. Ink here is there, and you take one stove. Wick stove, wick stoves are there in our homes only. We know that. This is the big stove you have to take. Okay, then what you have to do? Heat it. Heat the boil. Okay, then what happen? The water will be evaporate from the ink. Okay, ink liquid. Then remains there ink. You can observe very clearly. Solid ink will be present in the bowl. Okay, you can observe very clearly. This one you have to write in your examination. How can you that means how can you use in our daily life evaporation process for separating the mixtures? Okay, you think clearly. One is the solid particle is present in the mixture, then only you are using evaporation process. Okay, one is liquid and one is solid. Okay, that is it is dissolved in that. Then when you are heating that, gently heating that, then what happens? The water present in it will be evaporates, remains the solid solute. This is the separating methods used in evaporation process. You have to write in your examination. That's why I am telling this one. Okay, this is. Now you come to sublimation process. What is that? Sublimation process. here you see, don't think it is very difficult. Okay, this one sublimation process also very simple. How is it? You see, sublimation means now already you know that solid, liquids and gases are present around us. When you are heating solids, those will be changes into liquids. When you are heating liquids, those will be changes into, converts into gases. We know that, before only we learned. But here what happened in sublimation process, the directly solid substances are converts into gaseous state. Then that process is called the sublimation. Okay, do you understand? You see, when solid substances are heating, then directly converts into gaseous state. There is no liquid state between them. Okay, that like process is called the sublimation. Where will you use, madam, it? Okay, unfortunately, camphor. Camphor means, already you know that. Camphor means which is using in pray to God. Or lastly, we are using the camphor. Okay, you take camphor. Okay, camphor. Suppose unfortunately it is mixing with our rice. You think like that. Okay, when you are carrying from the shop, that time those will be mixed, unfortunately. Then how will you separate these two? Gently have to heat it. Then what happens? This camphor which is present inside the rice, it will be evaporates. That means not evaporates, it will be converts into, evaporation means liquid state into gaseous state only called evaporation. It is not, sublimates. Okay, sublimates from solid state into gaseous state. Then we can separate like this. Okay, camphor plus rice. Suppose unfortunately those will be mixing when you are carrying from the shops. Okay, think that like that. But you have to write in your examination. For that we have to write as a process. Okay, that's why I am telling this one. You see, now you take before like only one bowl. Okay, take here mixture of ammonium chloride plus water. Okay, suppose these two will be mixing. Ammonium chloride and salt you take, very clearly you have, because the two also solids now. From water also you can take here ammonium chloride and salt. Because ammonium chloride acidically like as a salt, white color crystals like only there. That's why when these two are mixing, that means ammonium chloride and salt. Okay, you have to take that mixture in the bowl. Okay, then you have to invert funnel. Funnel, you know that, no? Funnel. Funnel is available at our homes only. Okay, now you take ammonium chloride salt in the bowl and invert funnel. Okay, invert means you have to inversely you have to keep on the mixture. Then here you have to keep cotton. Cotton. You have to attach at the top of the funnel. You have to attach one cotton ball. Cotton, some clay like cotton you have to take and keep on the funnel. Then heat gently by using the stove. Okay, heat gently do this mixture on the stove. Then what happen here, which is present ammonium chloride, this will be sublimate. Okay, sublimate means that converts into completely on gaseous state. That will be, vapors will be attached to this cotton. Then we can separate easily. Okay, when it is cools again, it will come again into ammonium chloride. It is converts into ammonium chloride again. Then you can separate like that ammonium chloride from this salt. You don't confuse here. For writing in your examination, it must be have to learn. Okay, you have to take one example for that, writing in examination. Here you are taking ammonium chloride and salt mixture in the bowl, and invert one funnel on that mixture, then gently heat by using the stove, kerosene stove or burner also, wick burners also you can use here. Then you have to, at the top of the funnel you have to keep cotton, because it will be attached to that cotton, you can separate easily. Okay, when you are heated gently, you see, check now. Gently, then it will be separate from the ammonium chloride from the salt. This is the sublimation process. Okay, stop it now.